Hello, my friends. Let's go to the console of the Firebase and select our application Journal app, and we select the authentication. In this video, we are going to configure the authentication and add the verification and the method how to sign in and sign up into our application. So you can select email, password, phone, anonymous, Google, Facebook, GitHub, Yahoo, Apple, Twitter, and so on. I will select email, password. I will enable it, and this is the importance of Firebase. It's very easy. Okay. Now there is one thing that I need to add inside Gradle. It is authentication. So implementation Firebase auth. This is how we import and enable authentication. This very simple steps in less than 1 minute. So how to connect this authentication bridge with our application? So we will start by creating an instance from Firebase auth and a Firebase auth state listener. It's called auth state listener. And I will create a Firebase user called current user. Okay. Now I need to make a Firebase connection, so I will create a Firebase Firestore instance. We have added the dependency for Firebase Firestore dependency, and it's good. Firebase Firestore.get instance, it's applicable here, okay? Because we are going to use the Firestore in order to store the users and then display their tags. And later on, we are going to use the storage in order to store the images that the users use in their posts. Okay. But till now, we are going step by step. Here, we are going to configure the authentication and allow the user to create a new user, then log in, and then adding the post, later on the storage, adding post with images and getting all and displaying all the posts. But going further in step by step, so don't be confused. We are initializing here the widgets that we have created in the previous videos, how we will start by the email, the edit text, the 2 buttons. And in the sign up activity, I have the email and password and a button. So I need to initialize the edit text here called email _ create. And later on, as I told you in the previous video, I need to add one edit text to this layout for the username in order to connect it with the user ID on the Firebase. Okay. So password _ create, find view by ID, r.id.password. Email create equal find view by ID email create. So these are very simple and very basic things that we have learned before in the basics. Now, let's configure also the Firebase authentication in the sign up activity. In the same way, I need to create a Firebase auth instance. Also, I need to create an instance from object of auth state listener. And then we are going to configure it in the onCreate method. We'll see how to use it and how to pass it. And Firebase user called current user. The Firebase connection here is called Firebase Firestore. It's an instance, DB. In the same way, Firebase.get instance. Now I need to create a collection reference which refers to the users that we are going to create inside the Firebase Firestore real-time connection and database. Okay, so let's initialize the auth listener, auth state listener, and equal new Firebase auth listener, and we'll implement a method, and we override it on auth state changed. We are going to check the current user, Firebase auth.get current user. If the user already logged in, do this. If not, then no user yet. Later on, we are going to see this in a functional way later on. But till now, we are going step by step. We are interested in create button that allows us to create a user. So when we are going to check if the text ETS dot is empty, we get text, we are getting the text and ensuring that the user has entered real data or input inside the edit text, the email and the password. Okay. And here we go. After he add them, we are going to get the data that he entered. So I create string email that gets from the edit text email and the password that gets the data that entered inside the password underscore create edit text. Now I will create a method called create user email account. I pass the two parameters, email and password, to it. And here we are going to put an else telling that empty fields are detected. Okay, so in this way I will create it and sign an app. And in the next video we are going to complete this method. Okay, so this is how we create the uncreate user email account.